can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Monday to the bank, they'll came for the game, pump vanity in your veins. No, they hoping I quit, but they hoping I die. No, they hoping I'm playing the same, cause they know I ain't playing. Got my face on display, and I got some riders behind me, and they mean what they saying. Knock, open up, we got your dough, hope you prepared now. And I think you cleared now, I know we here now. And no plan on going nowhere, consider yourself infected. And these friends all up in your veins, consider yourself infected. That's what we say, we live out, but we get in, we get out. And when we go, we come back, till then you'll never win out. They never gon' stop us, pop us, drop us, watch us pop right back up. And we never gon' die, that's why we ride and ride like rock, got back up. Go back up, go back
I'm Bill.
up.
I've had diabetes since I was a little kid, and I used to smoke. That's a bad combination. But if you're doing that, I've got a tip for you.
You just full of yourself. You just food on the shelf. Eating for breakfast, talking records, boy, I know the chef. You don't want what it's cooking. It's not easy to stomach. And your words will be eating, folks will be reading your vomit. The recipe for disaster, ask for blasphemy. And ask for me, I give you crap.
Chase.com/freedom.
In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. Then he stepped on the set and said, "Let there be Brue and Kamille." God saw all that he had made and said, "It is good."
Yes, he did say, "It is good and it is well with my soul." Welcome back, OTS family. Back up on the set with Brue and Kamille.
Get 5% cash back at restaurants when you use your
start
Chase
off
Freedom
by
Card this quarter.
saying one thing and getting it out of the way.
Activate your 5% cash back.
Heartfelt. Last week, we had two unfortunate incidents where two phrases were used that were not acceptable by the OTS family, not acceptable by the OTS Broadcasting Network, nor by On the Set with Brue and Kamille. So we want to apologize to our listeners. We have tried over the past nearly 5 years to earn your trust as a Christian broadcast show and company. And we want to let you know that we have dealt with the situation, and we offer our most humble apologies, and those involved will issue an apology.
If you're a smoker, I have a tip for you. Make a video of yourself
is open
before all this happens.
Come on in.
Read a children's storybook or sing a lullaby.
My sister in Christ.
I wish I had.
Bar none.
The only voice my grandsons ever heard is this one.
Back in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Brother Brue. I'm so happy to be here today. How are you?
I am wonderful. This is my 10th anniversary weekend. I got my food. This weekend, I visited my sister's home church, the Center for Manifestation Worldwide, and you wouldn't have known it was an 8 o'clock service because her pastor came out the gate ready. It was something to behold. I got, and my wife, we got our spiritual food this morning. It was awesome. I'd like to thank you for the invitation, sis.
You know, I just want to thank you for coming out. I mean, it's such a blessing. It was so nice to have you in the house. It's just awesome. First, though, I want to tell you happy anniversary. Listen, 10 years. 10 years. That's a big deal, man. 10 years.
It is.
Somebody has put up with you. She
already
has already earned her wings. Let me just tell you, she
Look,
really has.
It's been easy to put up with me for 10 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I just want to, you know, as I said, and, you know, on that day, I also sent you very heartfelt wishes that you guys will see many, many more, and that, each and every year that passes in your marriage, this covenant that you made with God 10 years ago, that you will both grow closer to Him, and that He will just continue to shower your relationship, your marriage with His favor, that He will continue to smile on you and use your relationship as an example to inspire other couples. I really do think that He's going to do that. So just want to tell you that I love you guys and bless you both. Really.
We love you too, and we want to let you know we got that text, and it warmed both of our hearts. It really did. It was a very loving text, and I thank you for that. This has been such a wonderful weekend. We actually did not go out to dinner Friday. We got together and we cooked, and it was wonderful. We made shrimp Creole and some endive spear stuffed with herb goat cheese, and it was good, man. It was good. We had a good time preparing the meal. Huh?
I don't know how I've been so lucky, but I seem to have been a benefactor of this weekend as well, because I got some of that shrimp Creole. Let me just say, I got some of that, and then I got to fellowship with my brother and sister today, and then we had another little bite to eat today. So I've been a benefactor. I don't know. This 10 years is looking good for me too. So, amen.
And wow, she said this 10 years has been good for her too. I'm almost speechless.
I'm telling you.
I'm almost speechless.
People don't think about it like that. People don't think about it like that.
No, they don't. So, but we got to let people know. Those that are tuning in, like we said last week, we are playing the entire Gravity remix mixtape by Lecrae. We started out by playing the drop, the intro to it, and let us know what you think, because this was tight. I mean, we went to Sarasota yesterday, and my wife and I listened to this entire CD on the way down and on the way back.
Awesome. Well, I know what that means. I mean, I know if it gets in rotation, if Miss Yolanda gets it in rotation, we know what it means. That it is. And it's got to be the truth, Really.
And it really is. I mean, it just, and it's free. You can search on Rapzilla. You can go, just put a search in Google, Gravity Mixtape Remix download, and it'll take you to a bunch of sites that have it for free. And it's worth. They could sell it, but they can't because they used other beats. But they could sell this and make a lot of money, because this is a very good mixtape. But Lecrae is all about getting the music out there with the Christian message. He's not as much about, hey, how much money can I make? So we're gonna be talking about it and playing some cuts off of this. Go ahead, sis. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I was saying that's good. That's good. I love Lecrae too. He brings it. Oh, he really brings that message.
He is a true soldier for Christ, and we've spoken it. We've talked about it. One day we're gonna have him on for an interview, and we know this to be true. We know this to be true. Well, we're not gonna hang around. We're gonna get things rolling, and we'll be back with the top 10. Now, the only song you're not gonna hear off the Gravity mixtape will most likely be the Flavor Shot, which we do have loaded in. Brother Quasi got that in and submitted, and it's a gentleman from Zambia. So stick around. You're going to love that. But we're going to kick this off, Free From It All, featuring Matai. This is off the Gravity remix mixtape featuring Lecrae. We'll be right back up on the set
with Brue Kamille.
Free from it all. Free from it all.
It's the Black Night. balls, I pause to take a photo out. None of it's real, it's just Photoshop. Crop out my flaws and my failures, my aches and all my ailments. And now I'm picture perfect, take all my dirt and conceal it. Really, I'm no better than any, but they pay me a pretty penny to sit look pretty. Not too big, not too skinny. They would never be fans and man of me. Cause otherwise they're trying to witch up me. The show goes on, even after the curtains close. I smile and pose, put my signature on it close. They lift me up so high that I'm surely about to fall. The higher that I go, the more unforgiving they are. No breaks and no exception. All they want is perfection. The man in the mirror can't even see his reflection. You live for their acceptance, you die from their rejection. But even if I fall, I fell in the right direction.
Camera slide, curtains fall, granite roll down the street. Critics laugh, the haters all, they see your blood, I fall. I'm free from it.
Life is a cage, a prisoner, everyone's approval. Fight for acceptance and struggle so you don't ever lose it. But living for their acceptance has got us stressing. Insecure people obsessed believing impressions lately. Spending time on their faces, painting pretty lines. To you and me it's makeup, to her it's to the sky. You look up in her eyes and see her soul cry. Cause living for other people's gotta live in a lie. Hadn't slept in a day, closed his eyes and he prayed. Someone would lift him if he fell like a star in space. But I'm sure they replace him, just a name and a face. They say they love you, but it's easy to fall from the grace. Live for everyone else, got you losing yourself. Why be a slave when you were made to be free from the guilt? To be free from the shame, you want more than a name. If you go down, you got the freedom to get up again.
Camera slide, the curtains fall, granite roll down the street. Critics laugh, the haters all, they say your blood, I fall.
Every moment is passing, just let them go. In 50 years, man, who cares? We'll be super old. Many winners will lose, many heroes will fall. And if that's me, I'm still free from it.
And it's time for the top 10. I know you like that, Kamille. I know you like that hypnotized.
I was like, whoa, that kind of hit kind of hard there. I like it. I like it.
Bring a little BK boogie down to the show.
Yes.
You know, here at OTS, we try our best to bring you things that really help you move forward, whether it's spiritually or physically. And this week, the top 10, we want to show you just how far we've evolved. Just how far we as a nation have evolved. So we're going to remind you of the top 10 home remedies from back in the day. or as some people said, from back in the day. We'll go top 10 home remedies from back in the day. Starting at number 10. For a club foot, they would tell you to soak it in hot pudding. Number 9, home remedy for back in the day. For athlete's foot, stick your feet in a trash bag full of bleach and walk around in it all day. Oh. These are home remedies now. I didn't say they made sense, but this is what these are actual home remedies from back in the day. For a cold, mix naughty head. Some people are wondering, what is naughty head? Gin. Mix gin, lemon juice, and honey in hot water and chug it. Wrap up in a blanket and go to sleep. You will sweat it out. Oh my. Number 7, home remedy from back in the day. For an upset stomach, drink Gatorade and mayo. What? It's going to bring it out of you. It's going to bring it out of you.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, that is so gross. Oh, goodness.
The number 6 home remedy for back in the day. For asthma, put your head inside of an airtight plastic bag and breathe deeply. I was kind of alarmed on that one. I was really kind of alarmed.
Hey, that doesn't really sound like...
I'm just saying, I don't know if that one is a good one, but hey, somebody posted it.
You might not have any other problem after that.
It's a cure-all. It is a cure-all. Number 5, home remedy from back in the day. For a crook in your neck, or what is commonly known as a stiff neck, tie old dirty socks around your neck immediately before you go to sleep. And it'll work the crook out of your neck. You know, Miss Cora, she was in her 90s. She told my mom to do that to me when I was, I think, 12 or 13. And my mom said the only reason it's going to work is you're going to be tossing and turning from that funk all night, and you're going to work that kink out of your neck. I'm so glad she didn't do it. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Number 4, for a broken leg, strap it to the other leg and hop.
Really?
For a broken leg, strap it to the other leg and hop.
Yeah.
Here we go with the top 3 home remedies from back in the day. For a toothache, put your head in the freezer for 20 minutes. We want to remind you that these are not the opinions of OTS Radio, but these are actual posted home remedies. We do not endorse these home remedies, and we ask you to really use your brain before considering this as an option. Number 2, home remedy for back in the day. For a headache, kick a brick wall with your bare foot.
Yeah, that will change everything. You'll no longer have a headache.
No, you won't. You'll forget all about that original problem. And the number 1. And the number 1 home remedy from back in the day for pink eye. Lock yourself in the closet for a week.
Really? Oh, my.
These are not the opinions of the OTS family on the set with Brue Kamille on the OTS Broadcasting Network. These are remedies that have been posted that are said to work. We have not investigated them, and nor will we. These are purely for entertainment purposes.
Thank you. You could not get a volunteer over here to do any of those. So,
and not even one?
Not even one. That Gatorade and mayo has thoroughly messed me up to even think about it. I'm sorry. That's I can't even imagine what.
But it will bring what's ailing you out. Trust me, I haven't done it, but it just sounds like it's gonna bring it up and out. Well, we're gonna let Kamille try to digest the Gatorade and make. Oh, no pun intended.
Don't even say digest. Oh no.
This is Buttons off the Gravity remix. Mixtape is free. Go grab it online by Lecrae. This is Buttons. We'll be right back. Up on the set
with Brue Kamille.
Dr. Kamille.
For better or for worse, make it work. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I messed up, but you hurt me. Blew it like it's your birthday, and you love me, baby, on Wednesday. But I make you sick on Thursday, and I know I'm wrong, and you shut down, and I touch down like what now? Why we going through all this? Why things gotta be rough now? But you had so many breakups, you can't believe. You gon' break my heart, that I forget and I ain't leave. Don't define you by your fault, ain't gon' push your buttons either. Every day we start fresh, this is how it's supposed to be. Never try to take advantage, you respect me as a man, but every once in a while you get the popping off and say stuff you shouldn't be saying. But I'm with you, I ain't playing. If it's sick or if it's stand, both the times and your figure, girl. This is who I am. I love you, baby, that's real talking. It's like you live as a real walk. I ain't going nowhere. Tell your girlfriend that it's still alone. I love you, baby, that's real talk. It's like you live as a real walk. I ain't going nowhere. Tell your friends that it's on. Cause our commitment ain't no game. Yeah, we laugh, but we ain't playing. I'ma always be your main. And I know sometimes I upset you. Be pushing all of your buttons. We be fussing, fighting over nothing. You can try to leave, but I'm coming. We don't work it out with no running, pushing, shoving. I know sometimes that I'm selfish, but I jump in front of your bullet. Cause you everything that I pray for. Plus a little bit extra, even when you get you an attitude and you act a little bit extra. Listen, you make me better, babe. You make me better, babe. You got my heart and you can have it for forever, babe. And so we'll never break up. I hate it when we mad, but love it when we get to make up. No line that I can make up to let you know how much I got you covered, girl. And I only be pushing your buttons because I love you, girl.
We can know the fire, but it won't make us leave each other, no. Cause the time is wrong, but we don't know. You push my buttons
Welcome back up on the set with Brue Kamille. Yes, you hear Paul Revere in the background.
I'm trying to tell you. Let's see. All right.
We have some new bands coming in, and, you know, it's just, I'm telling you, man, it's, you know, you gotta keep evolving. You gotta keep evolving. We want to know how you all like the show. We've been tweeting at OTS Radio, at OTS Radio. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you like the music. If you're registered with Blog Talk Radio, jump in the chat room. Brother John is in there off of C-Pop. Download his app off of Spreaker. Trust me, download his app off of Spreaker. You can catch the DJ John Show. That's what the app is listed under. You can catch him every weekday morning from 9 to 11. And you will not be disappointed. It's the best mix of Christian hits and hip-hop on the net. I would say the best mix on the radio because he plays, you know, everything from light Christian pop to Christian hip-hop and contemporary. It's a very well-mixed show, musically diverse. Well, I like it. I check it out.
Because he goes after music. He goes after music with messages and good beats, stuff like that. So I like that too. That he gives you that variety. He's going to pop on in there. Check it out. C-Pop.
Definitely. And I hear that there was a non-GMO, a march against genetically modified foods yesterday here in Tampa. It was a nationwide march, but they did do one from here in Tampa from, oh boy, mine just went blank. It was from Hyde Park all the way to Curtis Hickson Park, and it went well, went very well. So, you know, we give a shout-out to them because they're marching against things that are slowly killing us that the government is allowing to happen. So, you know, we support anybody who supports the rights of our Christian brethren, which are, well, not just our Christian brethren, because we're here to do a work for the Lord and have to reach everybody. So, you know, we support them in their efforts, and we'll let you know about other things. If you know about an event coming up that is highlighting something that we should be aware of in the, you know, in your community, and you want to get it out there, you know, get at us at announcements at otsbroadcasting.com. Announcements at otsbroadcasting.com. And we'll take a look at it. If we're able to, we'll definitely get it on and talk about it. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we want to remind everybody is that, you know, not only are we, but we're, you know, followers of Christ in that way that he's concerned with your whole being. You know, not just spiritually, but he's concerned with your physical and with your mind. So, you know, we look for things like that. If you know of anything that's going on that's going to be empowering, you know, that information, because sometimes it's just what it is. It says in the Word that, you know, people perish for lack of knowledge. So sometimes it's just getting that information out there and sharing it with others that will give them that push up and empower them to do better, you know, for themselves and for their physical body.
Most definitely. Most definitely. That's very well put. See, that's why she's the voice of choice. She's so prolific in her alliteration and the way she delivers things.
Just say now.
Hey, Kamille, you're going to love this next song. You are going to love it, I tell you. This is still off the Gravity remix. This is the remix by of Fake It. A lot of people who listen to some of your other Christian hip-hop radio shows have heard this song, Fake It, featuring Thistle. But this remix is so tight. I'm going to come back and ask you about this when we're done. Trust me, you're going to want to comment. We'll be right back. This is Fake It. You're up on the set.
Look, Brue Kamille. Lecrae all day.
I ain't killing, I ain't 116 we stay true and they pump ranking. Ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. But 116 we stay true and they riding, I'm getting it. They riding around pretending. I've been had it, I've been done it. I promise that it's all empty. They say they riding Bugattis. May put some babies who got it. Quit trying to act like the traffic cool, cause we tired of hearing that garbage. I back white, white lane. I've been on the boys and sing. This ain't what we meant to be. Y'all don't make no sense to me. Fuck ranking, ain't straight, ain't kidding, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't no dealing, ain't protesting. Talking about my own folk killing. We on that Jesus soul healing. So serious, so realist. Wild angry, can't tame us. Been changed, can't change us. 116, you can't shame us. Live that truth, you can't blame us. Fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't. He was all juiced up, thought he was Tupac. Get them boys, caught him, hit him with them 2 shots. Now he in the station singing like he did. The bullets made him lean, now I guess he 2 chains. He bought that Bentley kid and wrapped it down the 300. No matter how you put it, boy, I'm still a 300. Stop that faking in the blocking down, cut it all. Frontin' like your paper longer than the Powerball. You think he's Scarface, you seen the movie. You wanna play with us? Okay. Keep on taking care of you, baby. When you fool with some real guns, they don't make noise and they practice what they bring on. Talk ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't talk ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't talk ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't talk ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't. Real, recognize real, introduce yourself. Careful with that cannon, boy, you might just shoot yourself. Somebody wake them, tell them to stop faking before they end up lying in the woods butt naked. These killers full of them demons. Why you pretending you Scarface? You ain't really no ghetto boy. Why you faking that hard face? That just made them furious. Somebody caught fish burn, teddy boys in the hood, 40 cal hits, burning hell, burns hotter. I turn to the Father. I'm praying, Lord, forgive them, cause they lying like a fucker. They got these 8 traitors with their eyes on the chopper. I pray the Lord save them, so we drop them and make them hurt. Fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't fuck ranking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing. Half the things you say you doing. So I'm a big mistake. Screwing ain't.
For those of you who may not remember the late, great Jam Master Jay from Run DMC, that was that song, Jam Master Jay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what'd you think of that Faking remix?
I like it. I was sitting here as I was listening. I was writing down some things. I was like, okay. And then I heard a beat drop. And I was like, oh, I like that. Like, I love when the pitch changes and, because it kind of brings your attention. They just focus your attention again, like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. that beat changed, so now I really have to listen. And then he had another little break beat in there. I was like, okay. I really did like that.
That was, I think Alex Medina did that mix, and it was so tight. I'm liking this. We need to come up with things like this once a month, playing somebody's whole CD. We talked about doing that in the past, and this was
that. Well, we're gonna get there. We still got Papa Sunday coming, so
yes, next month. I'm letting you all know now. Next month on the 4th Sunday, we have Papa Sunday. We're gonna play one of his entire CDs, and we love Papa Sunday, so yeah. It's reggae and Christian reggae rap. It covers it all. I'm telling you. Love Papa Song. I know there was something else I wanted to talk to you about, and it just escapes me right now. So we're not gonna belabor the point, because the fact that it escapes me is blowing my mind.
That's okay. That means that it'll come back. It'll come back. We know that today is all about Lecrae. That's what I like to call it, Lecrae Day. Today is Lecrae Day. I love it. So I think that it's awesome that we're getting an opportunity to share all this music with you. And this is off of what CD? Off of which mixtape?
This is off of the Gravity Remix mixtape. You can get the Gravity mixtape. It is still tight. But this one is specifically off of the Gravity Remix mixtape, and yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's a very good project that they've done. I'm not a big fan of remixes of an entire mixtape or entire CD. I've never been a huge fan of it unless it's done well.
Right.
And this has truly been done well. We're gonna we've been playing some new beds for you guys, new music beds, and we're gonna continue doing that. And we're gonna jump in to the flavor shot. And I have a feeling you're gonna like this flavor shot. I just have a real good feeling. And we're gonna go back to one of the beds we've already played. I thought about playing a new one, but I don't know, when you think of flavor, this music bed just comes right back in. I just keep wanting to say flows like Starsky and Hutch. This artist profile is from, and I know I might be pronouncing it wrong, Prychi, Prychi. He's from Zambia. Says my real name is Prince Malenga Chishimba, commonly known as Prychi. I was born on the 18th of June, 1982. And he happens to be born to a family of 5, and he's from Zambia, which is a country in Africa. For some of you who still don't know, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. And Zambia just happens to be a country on the continent of Africa. He says he got saved after listening to spirit-filled words of a man of God during a visit here on the 2nd of October, 2009. So this was a moment when I felt the deepest conviction of my spirit, reconsider my worldly ways, as the magnitude of the guilty emanating from the spirit left me with no option but to start living right. I recalled the heartfelt prayers of my God-fearing wife, which also added to the guilt. During the time, I was a secular artist, but at the moment, I was convinced that God had called me to introduce the lost to Christ. And hence, I decided to give my life to Christ without anyone laying hands on me. As I asked the ever-faithful Jesus Christ to change me, I literally felt the heavy load being lifted off of my spirit, which made me feel light and whole again. And he references Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Knowing how lost I once was and how many people need Christ in their lives, I also feel the conviction to reach out through songs as other people feel they can be ministered to through songs reaching them rather than preaching. My vision is to lead as many people to Christ as possible in order to glorify the name of the Lord. Amen. Amen. And we can say it again. Amen. And this is, Preaky. I think that's the name he goes by. The song is called What's Done in the Dark, featuring Abel. We'll be right back to discuss it up on the set.
Brue Kamille.
Oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, wow, sama gonna do, oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, wow,
I'm going on down to pray, Mulango, oh, when I call to you, Mulanda, even when I go down, Mulanda, no more Mona photo, but in my friend, from January to December, Mulam Pita no Consumer, my protector, defender, it's all about you, you like the country. It's you that really try and go down. How it's still love to tell won't it stop, I'll go and say,
oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do, oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do. People be treating God like an equal, forgetting that He is the one who gave them the breath, gave them the life. Yeah, be thankful that you made it through the night, cause you might have been hit down, even that you've been faces that the wage of a life of sin. Christ King gave you life so that you might win. If you'd rather be an enemy of Him, that's foolish. You know better. Please don't do this. Repent and now for His service everlasting. The cure that you're asking for. Them Beluga and turn to the Lord. Chikuru filo chatu chiri kuri ebe. Osaganiza monga kutinga munyuni. Na kafe toka kwa choka kuapoye. Them Beluga the white in your shell. Oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do, oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do.
You got a whole lot in you, and you can take away my life anytime that you want. Munikonda more than I can never understand. Palinewo you sent to only the golden sun. Only mula chingenila, mula bawaluna lipisama. Kubuko kwenu malimpala. You give me strength when I'm with you. You are my provider when I'm in it. Without them say,
oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do, oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do, oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna do. Oh, what's done in the dark, oh, cannot hide from the light, oh, sama gonna
I love that. That's what I'm talking about. When we talk about a flavor shot, that's it. That brought something completely different, but full of flavor. Nice job, Quincy. Nice job.
Totally. I really. First of all, I love that beat. You know, nothing is gonna capture me like a reggae beat. And, you know, like throughout the islands, the Caribbean, you know, African ancestry, you know, those beats are there. And I just love that. So I really was feeling that music. But, you know, in addition to hearing his testimony, like I could just hear the place that he was coming from. And, wow, very, very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah, that was a very... I love the song. It tells the truth. What's done in the dark will come to the light. And you cannot stop it from coming to the light. And when it does, it will shine everywhere. It's, you know, like God says, you will have to testify for everything that you do. And I think that's something we forget a lot, and that kind of leads right into the hot topic. We kind of forget, you know, as we go, or we choose to forget rather, as we go, that what we do is not hidden. It's not hidden from God, and God will not allow it to be hidden at all. It's going to come to the forefront. We will have to atone for it. So I want to ask your opinion on that, sis.
Okay.
How do you feel? Boy, this might be. It might not want this. It might be a little personal. But have you ever hit a situation where you felt like, okay, I can hide this. I can keep this from being seen or heard or known. I can put this away.
Yeah. I would have to say that, you know, as a human being and walking around with this flesh, absolutely. But there are many, maybe even in thought, maybe not even in deed, but even in thought, some of the thoughts that we carry around and ponder on and, you know, give life to by meditating on them, whether it be, I can give you a for instance, actually something that happened quite recently that the Lord has been working with me on is feeling aught, carrying aught in your heart for another man. And, you know, I have tried to, in this particular situation, someone lied to me and on me to other people, and I was really, really hurt by it. You know, I was hurt and I was mad. Yeah, and I was mad. And I know now that their purpose in lying was to protect themselves, but I still felt like, no way. You know what I'm saying? That was not warranted. That is not acceptable. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I know the Lord, and he shouldn't be lying. And, you know, the thing is that God convicted me of, he brought it to my attention and my remembrance that, you know, think about all the things that we have done as individuals that we have been forgiven of. And how does that make me any different? If I say that this light that is Jesus Christ that lives inside of me has changed me, has transformed me, how different am I if I'm going to stand as someone else's accuser? You know, that it's not right. And what I really had to do with that and still doing it, because every time the thought creeps back up, I have to be sure to rebuke that. But knowing that, I can just hide it in my heart, and maybe if I don't say anything about it out loud. But the Lord searches our hearts, so we can't simply carry those things and think that they're hidden. They're not hidden from Him. Maybe I can hide it from man, and I don't have to talk about it, but just carrying it in my heart and going back to it and still feeling like I'm fully justified in carrying this feeling, that's something that you can't cover that. You can't carry that, because the Lord will ask you to atone for that. He will say, well, what about that time you did not operate in forgiveness? You walked and carried on against this man. That is something that I know very personal to me, that has happened recently, that I know that we do have to atone for that. So, in seeking to be transparent, just so that, hopefully this could touch someone else and say, I've been there too, and, maybe I'm carrying something against someone else. Really search your heart. That's what's really important about keeping and having an honest assessment of who you are and where you are, and asking those hard questions to yourself. Don't stand judging everybody else, but judge yourself. And, the standard that we have to judge ourselves by is Jesus Christ, is nothing else. Nothing else. So
that is so true. That is true. I have no argument on that. You kind of summed up the whole thing. Wow.
But that's real. And it's a real thing that, that we all have to grapple with. And especially as we move into a place of spiritual maturity, we can't be spiritually mature and then still want to run and act like crybabies about things. We have to keep the proper perspective and understanding that we have been forgiven of so much. So, we've got to extend that also. Because that is
what God say?
Okay.
Or would Paul say, how can you point out the speck in your neighbor's eye with the plank in yours?
Okay, hello.
So, yeah, and that's true. I mean, I think we are all guilty of that and thinking that nobody sees our flaws. I know, I am. And it's a constant reminder, and I always felt like I lived very transparent. Oh, yeah, I own up to anything that I do wrong and da-da-da-da-da. No, I had to realize that, no, there were some things that I've done that I did not own up to. I justified them in my own mind as being right. So once they're justified in my mind, then I don't have to own up to them, because I've justified them as being correct. When the Lord says right is right and wrong is wrong, there are no gray areas.
Right.
And that, unless you take the word and turn it around for your own glorification, your own gratification, your own use, when you're in God's word and seeking His spiritual discernment and His understanding and His, for Him to break the word down to you, when you're doing that, you realize that it's black and white. God is not a God of possibles. He's a God of definite.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts. It's let me tell you. A lot of people ask me why I'm exhausted a lot of the time after I'm allowed to stand and bring the word. Yeah. It's because most of these sermons are for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And see, when I'm standing in the pulpit, I can't hide. I can't sit down and say, well, I don't want to say that. No, I have to release myself and let the Spirit take hold and use me to get whatever word out God wants to get out. So if it's talking about me, I don't have the time to cover up and shield my eyes. I got to stand there and take it. And I can tell you, it's nothing worse than witnessing your own stuff put on blast out of your own mouth. Yeah. It's not the easiest pill to swallow. I can promise you.
Right. For His glory. And we know that when you're standing there bringing the message, that He's using you to witness to others and to, give them what they need, what's needful for that moment. So, yeah, absolutely. As being a servant of the Lord, you have to posture yourself in the way to take it. You know what I mean? And that's where the strength comes in your private time with the Lord, because He will build you up in those one-on-ones where you take everything to Him. And like you said, when you search the Word, He'll show you the things that you need, and then He will use you. If you have committed your life to Him, He will use you. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to actually touch on that a little bit. So funny, today in Camille's Corner, we'll talk a little bit about that.
I can't wait for Camille's Corner. Can we go to it right now?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll wait till it's time. We're going to Falling Down, featuring Trip Lee. It's a mofo. This is off the Gravity Remix CD mixtape. It's free. Get it online. Search Gravity Remix. Download. It'll take you to either Rapzilla, The South. There are a whole host of sites that feature it. Go get this. Trust me. Go get it. It's uplifting. It's affirming. It's just, go get it. We'll be right back. Up on the set
with Brue Kamille.
Okay, if your AC fails after launch, go to the standby seat and it will not affect your boost time. Gemini 4, it will be 140 on my mark, and we are not reading you very clearly.
Hey, I know you think you the one, homie. Can't nobody escape gravity. It's the Black Knight. Yes, sir. It's about to go down. It's fire to the ground, but I don't think it's gonna slow down. It's fouling, where it's fouling. This building's got to blow down. We just go in circles. We don't get enough to go round. What happens when your life is never broke? A storm is coming. Can't nobody let it out. It's heavy cloud, but I gotta let you know. It'll help you look beyond this world like a telescope. Yeah, you can take your money in the air. Till it's raining honey's all around your atmosphere. Some building man to sky high. Still can't nobody see the roof when they drive by. But if they hit you like a drive-by, just say that stuff you acquire, you gotta say drive by. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, you may go down in history, but everything will go down eventually. Everything is proud. Coming down with it, cold world, condition of sin. Here is the illness, the sickness, affliction so erotic, sickness so hypnotic, desire in this virus, even though we know it's toxic, godless, hollow in the skies, that is counterfeit. We live from the party of the daily constant. The darkness is flowing from my nostrils. We're so psychotic, we still partying like we not sick. Low, homies, the boy of the crowd. Another one up, let's put on another mask. Another brother of cash, another shorty the bass. Bang, groundhog from the ground. Turn the music up, cause I wanna hear the truth. That's the thing I'm living for, is dead and I'm the living proof. Shoot, the sky's falling, ain't no need to panic. Unless we party till it cracks, seeing Jesus standing, coming down. Open, pray, and stand, I can't survive.
time for everything. It's time to be born and it's time to die. It's the time of the world as we know it will end. When that is, I don't know, but it is going down.
It's going down. The things looking for candy and them dealers got that payday. I seen them child soldiers, they was loading up some AK. They playing modern warfare. Don't you know ain't no warfare? Scales never even, but they be triple beam. They keep them things fiending. The devil stay scheming. They dream of steady dreaming, but ain't no hope here. Ain't no satisfaction in money, women, and clothes here. Oh yeah, them Christians and Christian artists say. Can't some young men say the stuff we gotta say? Everything is falling, it can happen any day. Your world come tumbling down and ain't no way to get away. You ain't never gonna say, you ain't hearing from the straight. If I die before I wake, I pray to the Lord your soul is safe. All these fucking nights are empty like the bottles that we break. Maybe you can't get high enough to escape. It's going down. Open, pray, and say it. I can't Black Knight.
I didn't see that coming.
It's going down.
I have nothing to say.
I do. What I want to say is, coming up next, BTN. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back up on the set with Brue Kamille.
Tell that DJ to bang it. 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 Boy, I lost it, I'm foolish. Running off at the toilet. Body woman, all the coolest, persecutors, the forwards. Catch me hanging with shooters, rumor, destroy your medulla. My mama told me they were screws, but I already knew it. Who gon' give them peace of mind? They can have peace of mind. No, they thinking I'm blind, but I just pay them no mind. Yeah, I know they be lying. They was quoting my lines. Hey, like, what you think you doing? Putting hope in your eyes. You would think I'm shooting poker, putting coke in my rhymes. I just give them bass for free and push the dopest in lines. Boy, you tripping. Right, you slipping. I know how to heard this all before. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah, I know they gon' hate us, cause they blogs up the status. They be fishing for attention, but don't know how to trade us. Keep that hate on hiatus. Big up to my creator. No big things to bring us. So tell that DJ to bang it. 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 I know what they saying, but I promise that I'm cool. I know what they saying, but I promise that I'm cool. I know what they saying, I ain't tripping on it, man. I just can't do my thing, promise different for listen, IK, you know they tryna find out my MO. I tell them God sent me, they probably ain't get the memo. I know, I can't say that cause Jesus walks, they don't play that. I know, shouldn't be here cause people rolling they streets here. I know, you can't help them, no strippers and killers welcome. I know, you can't hear it, no ignorance in my lyrics, born in Burrow and logo. 116 still my logo. Catch us rolling in that photo, gonna snap you a photo. Maybe Andy or Proto, might be tripping to Soto. Maybe KD, maybe T-Dot, yeah, I know you don't know though. Yeah, I know they don't like me, cause I be on my cycling. Even when I do the right thing, they still wanna fight me. I got rest on they tactics, police stop for some traffic. Cause my girl be on my back, she say my life is too hectic. Pray they watching, I know. Hey, they talking, I know. I done seen this all before, man, it's just part of the show. Let's go. Tell that DJ to bang it. 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 I know what they saying, but I promise that I'm cool. I know what they saying, but I promise that I'm cool. I know what they saying, I ain't tripping on it, man. I can't do my thing, promise different for sure.
Welcome back. This segment, BTN, going behind the news. Florida citrus is grappling with the most serious threat in its history. A bacterial disease with no cure has infected all 32 citrus-growing counties. The disease, citrus greening, spotted in 2005, causes the fruit to turn bitter and drop from the tree when still unripe, and is most devastating in oranges, the largest crop. Senator Bill Nelson, a Democrat, obtained $11 million in federal money for research to fight the disease. Quote, if we don't find a cure, it will eliminate the citrus industry. Florida is, end quote. Florida is the second largest producer of orange juice behind Brazil, and the $9 billion industry contributes 76,000 jobs. The disease can lie dormant from 2 to 5 years and spread by an insect no larger than the head of a pin. Asian citrus psyllid is the name of the insect. It snacks on citrus trees, depositing bacteria that starve the tree of nutrients. The industry has been in decline for the last 15 years. Some orange packers and small to mid-sized growers have sold their groves, raised them for development, or simply abandoned them. Others have postponed replanting lost trees as they know a cure until they know a cure has been found. Coca-Cola is spending $2 billion to plant 25,000 acres of new orange groves. The company owns Minute Maid and Simply Juice brands. Will buy fruit from 2 growers in Florida, one local and the other a Brazilian company invested in the state. Greening has crippled citrus production around the world, including Asia and Africa. The Florida legislature approved $8 million towards greening research, and Mr. Nelson is pushing a bill in Congress to set up a research trust fund using money from a tariff on imported orange juice. This disease has spread in Texas and California also. In Florida, growers have transformed how they raise oranges in grapefruit trees, a shift that has more than doubled their cost over the past decade. Baby citrus trees are now raised in greenhouses before they can be transplanted. Kamille, one of the things that jumps out at me from this story, and we will cite its source, this is from the New York Times, May 9th, May 9th, 2013. Lizette Alvarez, Avon, from Avon Park, Florida, a contributor to the New York Times, wrote this story. The fact that Coca-Cola is buying oranges from a Brazilian-based company instead of investing and trying to help and buy from some local growers here.
That's amazing. That is amazing. First of all, I never knew that Brazil was number 2 in terms of citrus production or orange juice production.
Number 1, we're right behind them.
Oh, we're behind Brazil. Okay,
yeah, we're behind.
Never knew that at all. You know, the thing with Coca-Cola, though, is that they're a global company, so I believe that's probably why, you know, they are going outside. But you did also say that they are investing some money to plant some new trees, right?
Yeah, they're planting 25,000 groves. That's good and bad. The good is, yeah, they're planting groves and they may create jobs here. The bad is you're going to start looking at a monopoly on the market.
Right. Yeah.
And we're going to combine this part with Health Street because Coca-Cola is not, and we're probably going to lose another sponsor. They have not made the most ethical choices in their standards when producing something said to be healthy. Take Truvia. They'll tell you that Truvia is made from the stevia plant. Well, that part is true. But what Coca-Cola does not tell you is that Truvia, that stevia plant has been genetically modified and does not have the positive effects on your body that the original stevia plant has. So if you use Truvia, I would urge you to stop.
Well, maybe you should tell our listeners what Truvia is because they might have heard the name but might not be sure what it is.
Truvia is a sweetener, like Sweet and Low, like Equal, like sugar. Truvia is a sweetener. If you have ever used stevia is a leaf, a plant, and they take the stevia leaves, they dry them out, or you can boil them, and it's a natural sweetener, and it's 100 to 1,000 times sweeter than sugar, yet it barely registers on the glycemic index, meaning it's very good for diabetics. It does have a lingering aftertaste, so you can find stevia extracts that don't have as much of an aftertaste. I have found if you take stevia and you mix it with mint, a mint leaf, and you boil it, you don't get a lot of the residual aftertaste. Or if you mix it with citrus, if you use stevia for lemonade, you won't get that harsh aftertaste. But what they've done is Coca-Cola has taken the stevia plant and they figured out how to genetically modify it to grow it faster and cheaper. And they harvest it and they'll market it as Truvia being from the stevia plant, which it is, but what they don't tell you is, like we talked about last week, they don't have to tell you that it's been genetically modified, and it has. Truvia is not the stevia plant that is grown naturally. It's just not. You can do your own research on that. You can look at WebMD, the New England Journal of Medicine. I think even Dr. Oz may have talked about that. They have taken it and they've taken all the positive aspects out of it. So we kind of got Health Street in and behind the news. What did you like about the song I Know? Did you like that one by Lecrae?
Oh, yes. I'm just feeling all of this music today. I'm really enjoying Lecrae Day because it's just giving me such a different, a different perspective. Maybe it's the remixes. Maybe I haven't heard the originals, but I really am enjoying them, feeling those beats.
Well, my gift to my sister is I'm going to give her a copy of this CD.
What?
Because, I'm going to burn a copy of it for you. And it's free, a free download, so I'm not doing anything that's against the artist. But you'll love just sitting there listening to this because it is tight. It is tight. We're going to 2 more tracks. Throw it back, and then we'll be back with the Financial Minute. This first one is Lord Have Mercy, featuring Tadashi, and it'll be followed by Mayday, featuring Big Crit and Ashton Jones. And I love the fact that Big Crit is on here because he's one of those artists that was trying to do positive music in the secular world, but his language just kept him from being received as a positive artist. But now he's working with Lecrae, which means the brother's come a long way.
Awesome.
We'll be right back up on the set
with Brue Kamille. Enjoy Lecrae Day.
Lord have mercy, son. What I once was or what I have become. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, and pity on your son.
Dark past, full of evil endeavors. Hard, clean, never. Black and ugly as ever. However, I've seen my family die from them drops. The fiends on blocks, including my own pops. Homie, I've seen too much to drink them too good. Can't lean on the lean, already way too screwed up. Was way too gone, I was way too cold. 50-yard Hail Mary, I was way too stoned. I was Tarzan, raised by gorillas in the beast. High on them trees when I gorilla the beat. And that truth can't hit me, got me out of my brain. I'm up on the damn thing, just don't say the thing, I seen them boys, like, take that guard, wait for God's sake. Beastie boy, he just a 3 the hard way. I talk to ya, hard away, crucifix the way. This wasn't easy, took for me, took some of the cabaret. I was a GGK, I'm smiling at the GGK. I'm running from the NCT, pumping every day. No bitch chain, man, I was looking for a super break. Damn me, yo, king, super street, but now your boy turned up, free from all the pain. Your most you can call it I'm on my 180. They thought I watered it down. I'm like, boy, that's crazy. On my J.O., my OJ Mayo. I'm on my frenzy. Jesus turned me around so fast that you would swear I was dizzy. Now they asking who is he. Now they wanting my name. I run in my own lane, screaming Jesus. Till my heart stop pumping. No more blood in my veins. Watch me turn up every day. Oh boy, I'm so on the shame.
Lord have mercy and pity on your son from what I once was to what I have become. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy and pity on your son.
By the thunder, lightning clapping, raining on my window, painting, praying I make something happen. A preacher's prophecy never bothered me when I was younger. Sitting on my grandma's lap and she cried, I often wondered, what was her tears for? Could it be for my grandfather? Or maybe she felt for me cause I see more of those cold tomorrows than she see. The world will up and turn on me cause the morals that she often spoke were meant for 1923. I fall asleep off in her arms. My song was spoken, the Lord is surely my shepherd. And lead me to the water, thought that often stuck with me. Amongst the wolves that run the streets, I hear paying dues and lose. I pray your angels come for me. A non-believer I never have and never could be. Lord, give me time to see the signs I should see. Tipping got me feeling like a player, riding clean, bending corners, hoping I might find my savior on the curb. I rarely go to church, false prophets rocking Prada, so I rarely feel the word. Jezebel's lurking in the pews on the first. Preachers weaker than the deacon, cause it's hard to fight the urge. It's hard to live and serve when you on the devil's turf. To your soul for the Lord with no sense of what it's worth. Don't get it twisted, I ain't no saint, I ain't no pastor. But brain just for clouded days and natural disasters. But where what comes after, that you ain't for show. I was born that heaven ain't the only place to go. I'm doing what I can, cause there really ain't much time. I leave it in the Lord's hands. I'm tired of crying. Yeah. Perfect.
Hoping, praying, saying I can't stop. You won't find the world is on your down to feel never down. Hoping, praying, saying you can't stop. Just one mile away. Don't be afraid to
Father, forgive us for we know not what we do. Am I biased? I've been pious, put my nose up in the pews like Paul, I bear good news. They think I'm power bearing. My message sounds like death to these hearers as they perish. Scary to think we on the brink of death, but no one stops to look for answers on what happens next. Got a couple scriptures from my grandma, sayings from a preacher, but can't live out these standards that we heard it takes to reach them. But when I look at Jesus, he lived a life I couldn't. Suffer from a crime, so I wouldn't. I used to have to sneak into the movies cause I couldn't afford to pay. Explain to me how someone paid my way. When I hear Chris confessing, I respect them. Cause most of us be lying like our lives don't need perfecting. Nothing that we can muster, nothing that we can change. Admitting that we're imperfect, offended God with our games. Look, I'm just being honest, so don't take me for no lane. I've seen it for myself, I'm a product of the same. Now I found true religion, and it's not inside a denim. And them overpriced shades have never given a vision. Let's go.
hoping, praying, saying I can't stop. You will find this world is on your down to feel never hoping, praying, saying you can't stop. Singing out to know it's for us. Don't be afraid to say.
Financial myth. How interesting this one is. How debt affects your health. By Tom Tesser. Easy articles. Being in debt is a nightmare. There's no problem when you can repay the debt. But when you're in a financial crisis, debt is indeed the worst thing in your life. Not only is the interest high, but also you have to pay a large amount every month. On top of that, you have other commitments you need to pay for, such as food, transportation, and utility bills. All this adds up to a form of stress, and soon you will fall ill, develop high blood pressure, irritability, and often have headaches. It is very important that you develop a plan, or this is bound to have a negative effect on your health. You may often feel anxiety, which can lend to heart attack if it happens regularly. Although anxiety might seem harmless, your health can deteriorate under the weight of a debt problem that's getting out of control. People experience sleepless nights due to worrying of financial ruin, and over time, you will find stress controlling you. Therefore, if you're presently experiencing these health problems, it may not be caused by disease. You may be stressed out over your debt. Well, how do you solve these problems? First of all, call your creditors. Find out if you're eligible for a hardship program or debt relief. If you are eligible, make sure that you apply for it. Next, the greatest way to extinguish stress is through exercise. During exercise, anxiety is carried away through muscle exertion, and the mind is focused on the task at hand rather than the debt. It may be as easy as taking the stairs to your office or walking to lunch. The benefits of exercise are immediate as well as long-lasting. Finally, give yourself a break. You are not the first person to get in over your head, and you won't be the last. The reason many of the debt relief plans exist is because the banking industry knows how easy it is to get carried away. High balances and low monthly payments have been their MO, or modus operandi, for decades. See a debt counselor or financial advisor about putting together a plan to become debt-free. Release your mind from worrying about what you should have done and focus on how your life will be after the debt is paid off. Remember in Luke 12:25, Jesus said, "Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life?" Pray about it, let it go, and let God order your steps to financial freedom. I am your brother, Awesome Brue, and this has been the Financial Minute. I know I'm going to hear about that later. I like that Financial Minute. Woo, we got some more music coming at you. Kamille, this CD is getting better and better and better.
No doubt.
We're gonna play one of these mixes. There's a song on here twice, and it's because it was done. One was done by Alex Medina and one was done by Gowie. We did one by Alex Medina earlier on another song, so we're just gonna play the Power Trip featuring Derek Minor, Show Baraka, and Andy Minio. This mix was done by Gowie on Lecrae Gravity 2 remix. We'll be right back. Ooh, that'll be followed by Tell the World featuring Molly Music. We'll be right back. Up on the set
with Brue Kamille.
Yeah. The key to life. Money, power, sex, Louis this, Gucci that, 2 private jets, big money, big business, watch the paper stack, treat life like a game, it ain't cool, but I'm right. Big bucks, no whammy, I swear I probably love somebody here for a Grammy, my heart black as a Lambo, Kimbo for Kanye, and I ain't frontin', I'm just telling y'all what God say. Seek my own will, just the day that Adam cursed me. The less for power go to your brain if you let it. You say what up, dog? I hear God, I'm so dyslexic. Sit on the throne, it's really a toilet, hard as septic. I had no power, I get handed death, I must accept it. It's hard to see the light when you never listen. Our whole life blacked out. The power trip. Do you really want it all? Or will it be home? Oh God, if you could decide it, do you really want it all, or will it be home? You will need it all God, if you could decide it. I grew up reading And now with every tale, I'm feeling my head swell. Well, I'm a genius in my dreams. Even if I was, it was stitched inside my jeans. I'm self-inflated, self-infatuated. But somehow I convinced myself I finally made it. The truth is, I was made like the mob. Geppetto put me together, my strings lead to God. Pride come before the fall, I seen it in the script. So if you see me falling, probably a power trip. Do you really want it all? My world to the top. You will be the old target. You never started. Do you really want it all? My world to the top. You will be the old target. Welcome to the culture where humility is not allowed. They do it big, if you don't see that, you shallow how. Trying to show them how love and power, it goes together. If they call us losers, that just means we last forever. I've been connected to the power, I don't have to chase it. I roll in Trinity, this is sort of the matrix. A hard pill to swallow, we're evil to the core. Wicked power exploits the poor and it brings war. Power to be a field of dreams loaded with landmines. We know the rulers, so you can't say these bad lines. But don't forget that we're forgiven. I know the Lord don't catch me when I'm power tripping.
Who made the crowd put their hands in the sky? Who made the sky with their hands? But if y'all can't see this, it's kind of strange. God makes the weather change, and we bragging up on our change. Like, look how we make it rain. We invictus, this sin sickness is in us, running amok and causing that mischief. Tell me this then, who can really fix this? I'm tripping to think that I'm really not limited in this position. I'm saying it all. Gravity, pulling me back to earth gradually. Reality taking
Up next, Camille's Corner. You're right where you need to be. Up on the set with Brue Kamille.
Now I'm a child of I'm a child everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm a billboard. I'm a broadcaster like radio. You wanna know? I'm ready to go. I know one thing's true. I don't even really deserve to know you, but I'm a witness that you did this, and I'm brand new, so I'm ready to go. And I'ma tell the world what they need to know. I played to myself, but you let me go. I tried getting high, but it left me low. You did what they could never do. You cleaned up my soul and gave me life. I'm so brand new, and that's all that matters. I ain't love you first, but you first love me. Come on, in my heart I cursed you, but you set me free. I gave you no reason to give me new seasons, to give me new life, new breathing. But you hung there bleeding, you died for my lies and my cheating, my lust and my greed. What is a man that you mindful of him? What and what do I have to deserve his love? And trying to make the moment flash, holding on to the past. But like a hero in a dream, Christ came and he rescued me. World, I'm a child everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm a billboard. And a broadcaster like radio. You wanna know? I'm ready to Can't offer you nothing, cause your character just keep coming. And your love is so unconditional, I get butterflies in my stomach. I got the old me in the rear view, got a new me, got a clear view. I'm so dead, I couldn't hear you. Too deep to sin to come near you. But just pull me in, clean me up, take me home, beam me up. Before you do, just let me tell the truth and let the folks know that I done seen your love and it's everlasting, infinite. It goes on and on, you can't measure it. Can't put your love, that can't separate us from the love of God. There's no estimate. My face looks the same, but rain and rearrange, but I'm changing.
things, I promise I ain't the same. Your love so deep, you suffered and took pain. You died on the cross to give me a new name. Ain't nothing like I seen before, I got a beam and glow. I was low down and dirty, but you clean me, Lord. You adopted me, you keep rocking me. I'm a gutter water, ain't nobody stopping me.
Trying to make the moment straight, holding on to the past. Was like a hero in a dream. Christ came and he rescued me. Now I'ma tell the world, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Yeah, I'ma feel fun. Count the broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you wanna know. I'm brand new. I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Yeah, I'ma feel fun. Count the broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you wanna know. I'm brand new.
And now it's time for the voice of choice, the queen on this scene. My favorite segment, Camille's Corner, hosted by Camille.
Oh, well, thank you, Big Brother Brue. As always, what an awesome show we have had tonight. I'm telling you, I hope that you all have been enjoying Lecrae Day as much as I have been, because I'm telling you, these tracks and these songs, these new beds, there's a shift. There's a shift in the atmosphere. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I want to tell you first, welcome to another installment of Camille's Corner. Are you ready to be blessed? Today's message talks about those dark places that we sometimes fall into. Those low places that, if we're not careful, can suck the life and light right out of us. Earlier this year, we pondered the question, how do we get out of the pit? And as a reminder, the answer was following the wisdom of God by listening your way out. Tonight, the Lord is sharing his promises regarding our time in the pit. Everyone goes through seasons of their lives where they feel like they're in a pit. The pit can be a frustration or a disappointment or a feeling of discouragement, despair, or hopelessness. And maybe you can't see your way out, but you've got to know that God is still with you and that he will make a way where there seems to be no way. Remember that God will never waste anything you go through in life. He's very economical that way. He will never waste anything you go through in life. If you keep the right attitude, he'll turn that situation around for your good. It doesn't matter how you got there, whether it was by your own poor choices or maybe by someone else who treated you unfairly. God wants to use that situation to do a work in you. He'll take that evil and turn it around for your good. You may be uncomfortable at times, but again, you've got to know that you're growing and that God is building your character. And there really is no other way for your character to be built other than to expose it to a storm. As we discussed tonight in the Hot Topic, I shared with you that God used a situation where I believe that someone treated me unfairly to show me a few things. One is that he will not join us in accusation. So as many times as I went to him saying, but God, but I feel like, no. He's not going to join us in accusation. Just think of how many things we have been forgiven and freed of. He's not going to do that. So I'm going to advise you, as I had to advise myself, to stop playing the blame game. Stop playing the blame game. Part of the spiritual maturity that God has for us requires that we take ownership and join him in intercession for those who have not reached the same place as us in their journey with him. Knowing that he is a transformative God, knowing that being in his presence transforms us, and we have been transformed, so we can't block that off and say that that is not accessible to someone else. We have to know deep in our hearts and accept that truth. Be thankful for it because it works for us, so to be thankful for that and accept that truth that it will also happen for someone else. And our only role there, it says in the Word that we owe no man but to pray for them. So if we join Christ in his intercession, because it also says that he sits at the right hand and makes intercession for us. So if we join him in that intercession for those who have not quite reached the same place as we have in our journey with him, then he will make our way straight, and he will use that evil for good, turn it all around for our good. So today, you want to make the decision to shake off any negative, self-defeating mindsets. Choose to cooperate with God. Trust that he is preparing you for promotion. As you keep an attitude of faith, expectancy, and thanksgiving, he will lift you up and set you on a solid path of victory that he has in store for you. And it was Pastor Joel Osteen who shared this prayer. It says, Father, today I lift my eyes to you for where my help comes from you. Thank you for doing a work in my life. Thank you for using every situation in my life for my good. I bless you today that no matter what's going on around me, knowing that you have a good plan for me. In Jesus' name, amen. So I want to say in closing, I always like to remind you that these segments from Kamille's Corner are meant to encourage you. They all are meant to also remind you that you are developing a life attitude, that right life attitude, that makes you more than a conqueror in Christ Jesus. You are going to finish your course, enjoy your journey, fulfill your destiny, and have everything that Jesus died for you to have. So tonight, we thank God for his message by saying, and it is so.
Open Gangnam Style. 4 fever, 9 millimeter. Never want a heater cause the streets is been a heater. 6 million ways to die. Choose pity. And if we don't die, then they try to do on my kid. A passionate catastrophe. They genocidal blasphemy. No respect for humanity. They resort to insanity. Say a thing on the glass. Call the window bang. Jumping out the window trying to get me Frank to the frame. Close range, pretty points. I can blank out. Feel my heart tank with the same thing. Now you got your thing out. You take life, you give it. You took your life away, but you gave yours up to the system. No one to listen, no reason for living. We fought the lie, we can't be forgiven for all our sinning. Killing is our religion. Service is in a prison. Ignorance got us
Scripture this week. First, we want to thank our co-hostess with the mostest for that wonderful Kamille's Corner. It's always amazing to me how God lines these segments up. And some people think we get together beforehand, and no, we've never done that. We just yield to the Lord, and He leads us where He would have us to go. And by doing that, amazing things happen. This is Scripture is coming from part of the Financial Minute. It's very simple. It comes from Luke 12, verse 25. The verse says, "And which of you, of taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit?" That is from the New King James Version. I'm going to read also from the New Living Translation, where it says, "Can all your worries add a single moment to your life?" Here's something that we need to keep in consideration and not lose sight of. Jesus Christ never called us, to worry. He said, "Lay all your cares at my feet. Bring all your burdens to me." Remember the song, I heard the voice of Jesus say, "Come unto me and rest. Lay down thy weary one, lie down, thy head upon my breast." He is a God of comfort. And when you lay those worries down, when you don't think beyond, what your control is, you'll be okay. Now, I can tell you personally that all worrying does is create more problems. I, being a victim of insomnia quite a bit, because I carry worries day after day after day, and usually my worries come from something that I failed to act on, that I could have controlled, but I failed to act on. So we create these issues. We create our worries. We create our problems. We bring these things to fruition. God has given us everything that we need to avoid this. So we need to take heed to what Jesus is saying in the book of Luke. Can all your worries add a single moment to your life? By me sitting up worrying about anything, is that going to take care of it? Is that going to handle it? If I have a weight problem, me sitting up watching infomercial after infomercial and feeling worried, feeling more distraught about it, is that going to solve my weight problem? Or would getting out and exercising, would eating a little differently, would that solve the weight problem? That takes away the worry, because now you're putting a plan into action. If I have a drinking problem, me staring at the bottle, is that going to help my drinking problem? Or getting into a program and finding another regiment of my life to replace that aspect. If I have an addiction to narcotics or an addiction to prescription drugs, God has given us, through His grace, His mercy, His love, His strength, has given us a way to defeat all that worry us. Either you can deal with it, either you can do something about it, or you can't. I guarantee you, if you put it in His hands, if you put it in God's hands, you won't have to worry about doing anything about it. The victory will already be yours. The victory will already be yours. I love this song. It's a little bit long, but you'll love it too. This is Uncle Reese. point is, until I pass out, I don't believe you. Tell me, you don't love me. Stick with it. Why? Because you're up on the set.
Understand what people may say. They believe to think how we think is far from okay. But I believe it's never okay to abandon your dreams. And it just so happens that our dream is to lift up a holy king. This is my life, my choice, and I choose to lift up my hands. And please don't be alarmed if when the music comes on, I begin to dance. And run across the room until I can barely catch my breath. And fall on the floor because I gave it all and have nothing left. See, I'm gon' worship until I pass out. See, I can't do worship until I pass out. Cause we go hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint, we worship. Hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint, we worship. Hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint, we worship. Hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint, we worship. You came here to laugh at somebody, you can go ahead and laugh at me. Cause while you steady laughing, I'm dancing on shackles and being set free. See, I may look like money, but you don't know what I've been through. And I'm still going through some of it, so dancing is something that I gotta do. Jesus was the only one that saved my soul. He took a chance on this broken-hearted man, grabbed my hand and he made me whole. Yeah, Jesus was the only one who saved my soul. Yeah, and Jesus was the only one that made me whole. So I'm gonna worship until I pass out. See, I'm gonna worship until I pass out. Cause we go hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint, we worship. Hard in the paint,
Wow, sis. Wow. That's bringing it to a close. I love that song by Uncle Reese, though. I love it.
We go hard in the paint like that. It's going to be, I might love it. I really
love it. I listened to that song like 4 or 5 times on Friday alone. It does something to me. When he said, just like Saul was changed into Paul, Jesus Christ came and changed my name. Man, old things are put away, all things are new.
Absolutely.
I want to send a shout out to Rory Lawrence, rqlproductions.com. Visit that website. He has a play out now called Fighting God. It's an original play that he wrote. Went to see it last night at HEC Ybor. The last running in Tampa was today. It is outstanding. My wife kept saying, this is a Lifetime movie on stage.
Wow.
It's that good. It'll be at the Polk Theater next weekend. Go to rqlproductions.com. Get your tickets. You can buy them online. It's worth taking the family to see. There's really no language in there, no matter that your kids wouldn't be able to see, and the family will learn some lessons about trusting God and not battling Him, submitting to His will, not enforcing your own. Very good play. Sis, any final thoughts?
No, just that he's been such a blessing, and I really hope that every one of our listeners, every one of the OTS family can feel what it is that we are conveying from our hearts, because that's coming from the Lord. He really does have such an uplifting time for you if you just draw closer to Him. I think that's something that's made evident to me today and tonight. Really, it's just drawing closer to Him and trusting Him and knowing that He has a good plan for our lives, for all of us. So we just got to get closer to Him and let it happen.
Amen. Next week, Brother Quasi and Brother Austin will be back up in the house. Wow. I want to give a shout out to my bride for being lucky enough to be with me for 10 years.
Listen to you.
No, I'm very fortunate. I have learned through these last 10 years the power and presence of love. Love is not an adjective, love is an action. Love is forgiveness, love is acceptance, love is growth, love is endurance. Love is patient and love is kind. I've also learned the responsibilities that go with the title of being a husband. Not many people can say that over the first 10 years of their marriage that their wives have been faithful. Mine have, in many ways. Not just sexually, but in many ways. And I thank God. I don't know what happened. God was telling me, wrap it up.
Oh, that's good, yes.
So for those of you listening to the replay or listening on the phone, we thank God for you, for sticking in there. We're coming up on 5 years.
Yes.
5 years. And we know seasons change, we know things happen, and people grow. But we thank you all for staying with us for these 5 years.
Yeah.
And sis, you have anything to say before we play this last Lecrae song, which is the other remix version of Power Trip?
Wow. Really, not too much more than truly, truly, truly do love you guys, and just just stay close. You know what I mean? Stay close. Give it all to Him. Give it all over to Him for His glory, and He will do glorious and miraculous things in your life. That's true. That's true.
So from the co-hostess with the mostest, the voice of choice, the lyrical dream, and your brother, Awesome Brue. So we love you, and I'm going to let my sister take us out.
That's right. We just want to tell you this week and every week to go out and be blessed and be a blessing to someone else. Watch what God does. We love you guys. Catch you next week.
Yeah. Key to life. Louis this, Gucci that, 2 private jets. Big money, big business, watch the paper stack. Treat life like a game, it ain't cool, but I'm racked. Big bucks, no whammy. I swear I probably lumped somebody's head for a Grammy. My heart black as the Lambo, Kimbo for Kanye. And I ain't frontin' up and telling y'all what God say. Seek my own will since the day that Adam cursed me. The lust for power go through your brain if you let it. You say, what up, dog? I hear God, I'm so dyslexic. Sit on the throne, it's really a toilet, hard and septic. I had no power, I get handed death, I must accept it. It's hard to see the light when you never listen. Our whole life blacked out, the power's tripping. Magazine. Up in the limousine. They telling me it ain't hard to tell. I rock well, and now with every cell, I'm feeling my head swell. Well, I'm a genius in my dream. Even if I was, it was stitched inside my jeans. I'm self-inflated, self-infatuated, and somehow I convinced myself I finally made it. The truth is, I was made like the mob. Geppetto put me together, my strings lead to God. Pride come before the fall, I seen it in the script. So if you see me falling, it's probably a power trip. Welcome to the culture where humility is not allowed. They do it big, if you don't see that, you shallow how. Trying to show them how love and power, it goes together. If they call us losers, that just means we last forever. I've been connected to the power, I don't have to chase it. I roll with a trinity, this is sort of the matrix. A hard pill to swallow, we're evil to the core. Wicked power exploits the poor, and it brings war. Power could be a field of dreams loaded with landmines. We know the rulers, so you can't say these are bad lines. You might lust for that power, but don't forget that we're forgiven. I know the Lord gon' catch me when I'm power tripping.
Who made the crowd put their hands in the sky? Who made the sky with their hands? Well, if y'all can't see this, is kind of strange. God makes the weather change, and we bragging up on our change. Like, look how we make it right. We invictus, is sin, sickness is in us. Running the mark and covering that mission. I mean, it's sin. Who can really beat us? I'm tripping the thinking I'm really not limited in the position I'm saying it all. Gravity, pulling me back to earth, gravity.